Hey guys, I know this is unusual. I know usually I just get right into the video, but I wanted to take a moment to ask you guys for a favor, and that is I would like to ask you, that is, if you like the video, to please like and share the video. Now, some of you may have seen this video before because I did post it sometime in the middle of this week, and strangely, it did not do well. And I say strangely because it had all of the markings data-wise of a video that actually should have took off, but it never did. So if you're one of the people that saw it, just know you're only one of about 100 people that saw it. So I decided to pull the video back down. In fact, a friend of mine asked me if the video was set to private. So I just thought to myself, wow, you know, for him to ask me that, maybe I need to pull it down and repost it again at a better time. So I think what I'm going to start doing, I think I'm going to start just posting my videos on the weekend, try that out and see what happens. Because the YouTube algorithm is very strange. It's a very strange animal. I can't quite figure it out. I don't think anybody can. But like I said, the video had all the markings of a video that should have did well. Of the people who did view the video, a lot of them did decide to like it. When I looked into the studio to see if it had any dislikes, it did not. So hey, look, if you like it, just take a little time to give it a like, and if you have a little bit more time, give it a share. All right guys, thank you very much, and look, of course, I hope you like the video. In several interviews, Todd Howard has commented on his inspirations for Starfield. One of the inspirations was a game called SunDog Frozen Legacy. According to Todd, SunDog was the first game where you could move objects around and put them together. You also had your own spaceship that provided the player the ability to explore. SunDog was initially released by FTL Games in 1984 for the Apple II, and later an enhanced version was released for the Atari ST in December of 1985. It was effectively a trading game where you could fly from one planet to another, buying and selling commodities, and occasionally you would be attacked by pirates in which you would have to fight. This leads me to believe that we probably can expect to be attacked by procedurally generated pirates in Starfield, and even join some of the organizations that are actually scripted into the story. I believe this scenario will play out both on foot and while flying in outer space. SunDog also has big cities to explore, populated by procedurally generated characters ranging from street vendors to muggers. I'm guessing that Starfield will be the same, with certain cities being safer than others, of course. Richard Garriott, private astronaut and lover of NFTs, and the creator of the yet-released Ultima Online, said it was his favorite game, and he described it as a combination of Ultima meets Wing Commander. Todd Howard also said that Starfield was inspired by a pen and paper game called Traveler, which Todd described as hard science fiction. Starfield's design director, Emil Pagliarulo, spoke of an illustrated book about spaceships that his mother got for him when he was around 7 or 8 years old. He said he's forgotten the name of the book, but some have concluded that it has to be the book titled Terran Trade Authority, Handbook Spacecraft 2000 to 2100 AD. I've done some research on the book, and as a result, I now strongly believe also that this is the book. The book was extremely popular in the early 70s. Even today, many of the people who once owned it are searching for used copies of it. One man even stated that a woman he apparently married twice gave him a used copy of the book during their second marriage because she remembered when they were first married how often he brought up the book. Of course, Starfield isn't quite dumb enough to plagiarize the book, but the book definitely has some Starfield vibes to it. When you look at the ships in Starfield, they look like something we will build today. Many of them have that space shuttle-like bulk to them, and the same can be said for the ships in the book. The book even speaks of a peacetime after a long, bloody 20-year war, and how unsafe ships were in the early days of spacecraft development before the war. This caused me to immediately think of Todd Howard's early comments regarding how dangerous spaceflight could potentially be in Starfield, comparing it to flight in the early 1940s, which was indeed very dangerous. In the book's universe, a scientist by the name of Henry DeVos developed a warp drive generator which allowed long-distance space travel within a short period of time. This development led to the first contact with alien intelligence, which also resulted in lucrative trade agreements. This made me wonder if some of the people we see walking around in Starfield videos could be aliens that simply look like human beings from Earth. When you consider how large Starfield is supposed to be, with all of its planets and galaxies, it's a little strange to think that all of the intelligent life we see in the game is descended from Earth only. In fact, on page 84, the book states the following: By the middle of the 25th century, man was forced to recognize that the great void of space held more intelligent life than had ever been considered likely. More astonishing still is the fact that all the evidence we now have indicates not only that such beings appear to be physiologically quite similar to us, but also that they are likely to share a comparable degree of technological development. The book also mentions an outer space work program which allowed common class workers and their families the opportunity to start new lives off planet away from Earth, and as a result, travel back and forth from outer space became quite common. The book hints that things may not have been so great on Earth, which also may explain the thirst to leave. The book also mentions a war that it refers to as mankind's Civil War. In the Starfield universe, Earth is a thing of the past, so something horrible obviously happened. Maybe Earth was the cause of its own destruction. It's not yet known if Starfield's story will touch on exactly what happened to Earth, but I personally believe that there will at least be some hints about it. But after reading quite a bit of the Terran Trade Authority Handbook, it's certainly not hard to believe that Starfield was at least partially inspired by it. In fact, it's a little bit hard to believe that it wasn't. But anyway guys, let me know what you think, and look, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a like and share it if you get some time. And hey look, if you're a Bethesda or Xbox hater, hey look, I'm here for you, man. It's good therapy. Go ahead and bang that dislike button. But hey guys, as usual, stay safe.